better. As you guys know, this is Sher-Prime, thinking he's pretty, and this is the most well-known Transformer guide that, anybody should go to, the boy. He laughs, but it's true. He knows a lot, just like me. So, pretty much, my question is the current pricing of Transformers, the pros and cons, how do you feel about it? In terms of Hasbro, Takara Tomy, even a knockoff. Who want to go first?
They're too expensive. They're supposed to be kid toys, but they're pricing them to the point where adults can buy them. If you have a couple kids in your family and you want Transformers that are $25, $50 a piece, that's ridiculous.
I'm fine with it. Well, because the figures that they're charging more for are aimed at adult collectors anyway. Even though they're designed so that kids could enjoy them, but they're classic characters with classic designs. They have more engineering, the kids still have their line that's supported by the TV show.
That's a crappy line.
So, yeah, but it's made simpler, more affordable. The figures are easily transformable. They have a higher play value.
I think Voyager should be 20, Deluxe 10 to 12 a piece. Masterpiece about 40. Because sooner or later you're going to price them to the point where people can't afford them. They'll be like, that's why people go to knockoffs. They're like, I'll take a knockoff. It's just as good and cheaper. You're going to drive people to third-party Transformers.
Yeah, well, I like those. Knockoffs are still cheap and easy to get.
So far.
Yeah, online.
Hasbro has sued in China and more.
Yeah, so I mean they'll always be around to some degree.
I think they will price them to a point where the sales will drop because they're getting expensive. When you get a almost not even a masterpiece, almost for $50 a piece, it's like damn.
Yeah, but it's. I think right now it's still affordable, and plastic prices are more than doubled in the past 10 years. 2011, 12 years. 2007, you could see the prices of like the Iron Man figures that made entirely out of plastic. They started at $7. The next year they were 10. A couple years later they were 15, and now they're 20 figures. And they have they have fewer paint apps and lower paint quality and lower quality control. And they're charging more than twice as much. The Transformers, they'll go the same way, but the engineering's gotten better. Designs have gotten better, arguably.
When they charge for the Iron Man with Tony Stark and the Mark I $50, and then Walmart reduced it to $25, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a point where it gets too expensive, but I don't feel the Transformers are there yet. I don't like the prices. Nobody likes that the prices went up.
If you look from when they started with Combiner Wars, when the toy lines really became hot, till now, they've jumped significantly.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, I'll buy them as much as I can, but it's starting to pinch the pocketbook every now and then.
You look at the Luxe Figures. The Luxe Figures stayed at $10 from like 1995 up to like 2007. That's an insanely good run to keep things at the same price.
Almost $20 for a deluxe.
Yeah, it sucks.
And Scout, what was that we saw? Those little G1 Scouts for $10.
Yeah, they were the reissues. They were the reissue mini bot, and they were charging $10 for each one. Keyword each one, and they're mini bots, and they were literally $10. Over at Target close to my house, I bought the Siege, Target Masters, and each one was like $5, and I was like, damn, $5. But then when I went to Walmart and I saw the reissued mini bot, and they were 10, I was like, fuck. So
I'm afraid what the next toy line are going to be, what the jump's going to be.
I think it'll stay at 20 for a while.
Well, yeah, right now from what I've seen, Siege is $20, and the Voyager size is like, what, 25, maybe 30. I don't remember exactly now, but I just remember seeing the deluxe being $20.
50 for almost masterpiece. I don't know. I mean, I'm not happy. I mean, I know you're happy-go-lucky.
Nobody's happy with that pricing, unfortunately. It's fair.
Now, do you think it's going to continue going up as long as people still pay it and not complain, or do you think it's going to, business-wise?
I think it's going to stay at 20 for like ever.
If they see the price will go down, and then they're like, why is everything going wrong? Well, you price them.
I don't want them to go back and they go back to the hollow parts and.
Yeah. I do like how you can pull things, arms and legs off without breaking.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. That's nice. They've been doing that for a bit.
And I do appreciate them.
Yeah.
It's just the price I've noticed now with the Siege, the Bumblebee line, a little bit of the Power Prime. They've done a jump.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I remember when Voyager was 20, 25. Now it's 30. And that was only like Combiner Wars, which was only, what, 2 years ago? Combiner Wars?
Yeah, Combiner Wars, you're doing, probably 3. A little less than 3. Oh, about 3.
It's getting pricey, but just like Marvel figures, you get like a 7-inch Marvel figure, they're charging $20 a piece.
Yeah.
And I got my son that, like I said, the Tony Stark and Mark 1. Originally it's 50. I'm like, I'm not getting that for him. Then they dropped it, realized it wasn't selling. They dropped it to 25. I'm like, all right, I'll get that. That's not too bad for 2 figures. But yeah.
Like, if you look at the toys for the movie, they were $7, and every single inch was painted. There was even parts that didn't need to be painted were completely painted.
They're going cheap on some of
gorgeous.
them for paint.
Yeah, but some of them nowadays.
Or they're coming out with this, like, all right, this plastic's red paint, but that's the color of the plastic because they're going cheap on that.
Which is what most figures do anyway. But Iron Man started out with it was just, and now
my son, all the
that
paint
thing was gorgeous.
Or the one at FYE. Oh my gosh, he had the space for
They're
it.
Beautiful, but that's a good example of things costing way too much and not selling.
Over $100, and it was staying on the shelf.
Yeah, now that one Iron Man I gave that your son ended up with, it would probably retail for like $50, and my buddy got on a clearance for 10, I think. So
not selling.
Yeah.
I got my son a Spider-Man. I waited for it started, and I got it when they dropped it to 13 because it wasn't selling. Sooner or later, depends. If they sell, they'll continue. If they don't sell, then you might see them stay stable or drop a little. It's all about supply and demand.
Now, in terms of wallet abuse, where do you guys feel more comfortable in terms of, whether the class of Transformers or any toy line? What would be the best price point, like, in terms of classes? Like, where, you don't have to be the same answer. Where would you feel more comfortable? Like, you can start with
G1 inspired Transformers?
Any class, as long as like class size, like Scout classes, class, Deluxe, leader class. Like, where would you feel comfortable in the price range for those?
Deluxe 12 to 14, Voyager 20, the size up from Voyager 40.
Okay.
I'm fine with just double what I started with. It used to be basic. That was the original size. When they started naming the size scale, you had basic for 5, deluxe for 10, megas were 15. Then it went leader. No, it wasn't called leader. It went mega, super, super, and then supreme, and then I think I'm missing a size. Oh, it went mega, ultra. So mega was 15, ultras were 20. Supers were, there was only like one figure. That ended up being 35, and Supreme ended up being like 40 or 50. And I just charge double that now because the price has gone up. So you get $10 for the small or with a Scout class.
I do like the names better, though.
$20 for the... Yeah, the names work better. But I'm fine with $10, $20, $30. I'm fine. Actually, where it's at right now, I think is fine. As long as they stick with it for a while. For $7.86. Back in the day, he would have been $3, but he's based on the Japanese exclusive reissue that has the cartoon accurate face. They also painted the front bumper silver, which would have just been black on the original toy, and they even painted in the headlights. And these very G1 accurate back. This is pretty much a straight up reproduction of the back. They updated a few things here and there. Bilingual card. But the only thing I went through them to make sure that I could find one where the Autobot symbol was almost centered, because on every single one I picked up,
I used to hate that too. Yeah. I'm very finicky, with that stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I picked up 3 or 4 of these to pick one out, and not a single one of them had the Autobot symbol in the same place. I understand it's difficult, so maybe some people don't care, but I wanted to get it as centered as possible.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Don't feel bad. So there's an example of what we were talking about.
G1 Transformers, I will say this before. I think Michael Bay put out some crappy movies, but they put so much money in the hands where they put out some great Transformers that I'm grabbing now that I couldn't when I was a kid. The G1 inspired Transformers are phenomenal. Yeah. From combined generations to Combiner Wars, especially on. Top-notch Transformers, I'll give them that.
You're top-notch.
You're handsome. I'm definitely getting my money's worth.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll be it. And like I said, this is the voice. I'll probably put him on more. He's very awesome.
No.
And
Awesome.
and obviously, you guys know SherPrime. He still exists. All right, then. Anything last words with YouTube? You want to say your own outro?
Take a picture of that handsome fella. Wave to the interwebs. The interwebs.
So, your outro?
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. God bless.
Nothing's real.
All right, later.